What else do you think people should be doing in their 20s and 30s to build wealth?
When it comes to building wealth, once you look at your network, how are you building your number one business? You know, a lot, and I tell this to everyone, mind your business.
How so?
Because your mind is a business. So if you mind your business, your mind is a business. How are you growing your number one business?
Your mind.
Exactly. You know, what podcasts are you listening to? What books are you reading? Are you watching less TV? What are you putting into here? Because what we put into here comes out. And so wealth building is really not just about the physical things as far as the money, but it's like, what are you learning? What are you putting inside of your mind that can then produce true wealth and keep wealth? What wisdom and knowledge are you obtaining so that way when you do make the moves, you can also sustain it?
Yeah.
And so you'll learn that about me. It's like everything about wealth building has little to do with actual green, with actually paper. It's about your core. It's about your mindset. It's about your network. Who are you surrounding yourself with? How are you all minding your business, growing your asset, your number one asset, which is your mind? Then from there, we could talk about it. You know, how do we, number one, avoid debt? It goes back to, you know, Dave Ramsey's baby steps. Avoid debt, get a fully funded emergency fund, start investing, start thinking about your kids, you know, and then from there, oh man, life is gravy.
Yeah.
You can really enjoy and do anything that you want, whether that's, some people are doing it with cryptocurrency, some people are doing it with day trading. That's fine. Whatever is good for you. Now, I don't do single stocks. I'm not a fan of single stocks. I'm just a fan of real estates, some good growth stock mutual funds, and just really focusing on building my business.
Right. What would you say are the habits wealthy people do that broke people don't do?
Oh man, that's a good one. When I think of all the wealthy people in my circle, habits is they have a daily routine. And when I say a daily routine, like they have a Monday through Friday routine. You know, they work out, they read. One of the things that I've learned over the last few years is when I wake up in the morning, I do my personal Devo every single morning. After that, after I read a Devo, I actually read and study within my particular field. So anything around money, anything around relationships, I'm studying in that, okay? And then from there, I go to the gym. I see a lot of wealthy people are very active and they take care of their body. From there, there's another one, man. They value family. They really value the presence of family. They value
Why is that?
Because I think they understand you can sit here and make all this money, but who are you making it for? Who are you impacting? Why are you impacting the world when your home is all jacked up? And so what I've learned from wealthy people is I want to make sure my home is taken care of before I take care of the world. And now again, that's not all wealthy people. That's just the wealthy people that's in my circle. They make sure that the wife, the husband, the kids, they are good, that they're in a healthy place before they go serve the world with their particular business.
Right.
And I love that. I mean, I was with one wealthy guy just the other day. He probably does about $100 million a year. And he gave me an hour of his time for lunch. He got a text message from his wife. He ended it 10 minutes early because his wife said, hey, I can't pick up the kids. He was like, I get it. It's no problem. Hey, Anthony, I got to go. And I was like, wow, I was really looking forward to that last 10 minutes.
Right.
And he was like, sorry, man. You know, wife can't get the kids. I need to go get them, man. You'll learn that one day.
Right. You made the priority. You understand it. Yeah.
You know, your family needs to be priority. And I believe when you can be a good steward of the little of your family, then you can be trusted with more. You can be trusted with 100 employees. You can be trusted with impacting the community. But if you can't take care of home, you can't be trusted with more. And that's one thing I got a little dog, man. Right. So it's like for me, I take good care of her. I take good care of me. I take care of my home. So that way, you know, I can get the wife, I can get the kids, and I can start practicing taking care of home first.
Yes.
And then serving people on the outside. Because I grew up seeing pastors and seeing different people focus on the churches and focus on the communities and coming home to a jacked up home. And so I'm seeing wealthy people now, they've created a healthy habit to where now they're focused on family. And families now are building wealth. Husband and wives are working together. Now kids want to work in the family business because now pops and mom took care of home.
Yeah.
Another habit that I'm seeing here that wealthy people are doing is they know where their money is going. They have a vision for their money. So it's not just a budget, but they have a clear vision of, okay, this is where we want to go. And what I've learned is that not only do they have the clear vision, but they make sure everyone that is connected with them, whether they are dating, whether they are married, whether they have kids, that everyone is aligned with that vision. So, okay, if our goal is to make $100 million, cool, great. They have the vision. Here is our goal that gets us to that vision. Here are the daily habits that get us to this goal. So they have a clear vision followed by clear goals, followed by clear daily habits that gets them to the ultimate vision.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there amazed. One day I sat in a room and just really watched him put his vision up on the wall and just really backtracked it to today. His vision was 5 years down the road. He updates his vision every 3 months. And he holds himself accountable. Him and his team hold himself accountable to, okay, are we getting closer?
Wow.
Are we making the right decisions? Are we making the right moves to get there? And that's very, very important. And that's something that I'm putting in place now myself.
That's cool. The money vision, and everyone's aligned to the money vision.
Absolutely.
That's great, man.
And when you go back to it, here's my thing with vision. When you have a clear vision, that's your way of saying yes or no. So it's like if someone comes to you and says, hey, I want to do this, your vision says yes or no, not you. If I meet a young lady and she says, hey, I want to do X, Y, Z, okay, cool. Does that get me closer to my vision, or does that take me away from my vision?
Yes.
It's yes or no. If my vision is I want to do this in the next 5 years, I'm going to apply for a job, and that job is saying, hey, you got to do this, cool, great. This is align with my personal vision.
Yeah.
And I think 20s and 30-year-olds need to learn how to write a vision for their life.
That's cool.
Because if they have a clear vision for their life, it helps them stay focused and move forward. And it gives them an easy, hey, you're a great person, or this is a great opportunity. It's just not my opportunity. You're a great person. You're just not a good fit for where I want to go. You're not aligned with where I'm going. So you got to have a vision.
What's the best way to write a vision and come up with a vision?
And that's something that I'm actually working out now. I'm coming out with this next February. And the very first thing is you really got to sit down and just ask yourself a lot of questions. What are you passionate about? What do you think your purpose is? And then it's like when you think, what are you passionate about? What do you think your purpose is? You know, where do you see yourself going? You know, my vision is to help millennials and minorities avoid debt and build wealth. I had to ask myself why. It's because I was a millennial and a minority, broke, disgusted, living paycheck to paycheck. So when I started asking myself those questions, I really got down to my deep why. And one of my mentors, Dr. Darius Daniels, said, if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of commitment will make you cry. And so when you really want to understand your vision, you really have to ask yourself, okay, where are you going? And then why do you want to go there? And when you ask yourself that at least 5 times, you're going to really be able to develop a clear vision of, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this by this date because of these particular reasons. And it's very important.
Yeah.
Very important to have that. See, growing up for me, wealth was what kind of watch do you have? What kind of car do you drive? You know, what kind of house do you live in? What kind of shoes do you have on? What kind of backpack do you have? No one really said wealth is up here. Wealth is inside of here. Wealth is what are you passing down? And so when I really started seeking for what is my purpose,